Teresa and Jenny, from your perspective, what are you seeing from, I mean, we talked about confidence levels, but what kind of things are going out there with landlords in terms of getting new tenants in, and are tenants happy to move into properties, or are they a little bit fearful? Let's go with you, Jenny, and then Teresa, if you could follow up that from the NRLA feedback.
Well, certainly locally to us, we are finding a very, very active rental market, provided it's very price sensitive. Prices are right. We're letting rooms, and people are very happy to move. There doesn't seem to be a problem with worried about the coronavirus issues of moving into a shared house. I did move somebody in the other day who actually asked the question, what should I be doing in a shared house? But most people don't even ask the question. The answer, by the way, was you need to be respectful of other people, give each other space in the communal areas, and predominantly stay in your rooms, because these are people that don't know each other. They're living in a shared house, and they've all got their own work agendas, etc. From a point of view of lettings, it's buoyant. I would say it's buoyant, probably because there was pent up demand because of people not being able to move during lockdown. There does not seem to be any concern, as far as I can see, about the coronavirus issue with people wanting to move property right now. But it is price sensitive.
Very good. Teresa?
From the NRLA's point of view, we're seeing more and more landlords joining every week, which, is a positive, but it is an indication that, more and more landlords are actually seeing the reality that they need to keep up to date with what's going on, with all the changes that are happening. And, there are issues out there because, we're getting thousands upon thousands of calls every week. It's hitting like nearly 3,000 calls every week, which we're trying to help our members as much as possible. But just looking at more of the statistics, I mean, I suppose, Jenny's, given her point of view of, concerns with regard to tenants moving and what have you. For our landlords, we're getting a lot of landlords asking about how they deal with property repairs. So how do they go about that? How do they gain possession of property? Because, antisocial behaviour incidents are on the increase. Rent arrears, now that the furlough scheme has finished, there's more landlords now experience issue with tenants, not being able to keep up with rent. So lots of questions like that. Just looking at our research hub though, over the last 12 months, there's 72% of landlords are actually freezing rents. So there's no rent increase there. There's only 18% of landlords increasing rent, and that could be due to the fact that the government increased the local housing allowance rate. So that might fall in line with that. And 61% of landlords are experiencing voids of under 4 weeks. So just gives a bit of a realistic feel of what is happening out there.